Hello and welcome. We apologize for the slight delay. You're joining us here with 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. It's a 13-7 ball game. It was close. The York Dukes had a 7-5 lead over the Glenbard North Panthers, but they've scored 8 unanswered points to go up by 6, and there's a bad turnover from Eddie Sika coming out of the timeout called by Coach Mike Dunn of the York Dukes alongside Griffin, Hanna. I'm Connor Choi. Thank you for just joining us. And Griffin, been a bit of a slow start for the Dukes offensively. Both teams really, but that 8-0 Glenbard North run that we're having right now really helping them late in the first half. But Sika strips it away. He's going to go up, and he'll have an easy layup. And Eddie Sika makes up for the mistake he had just a few moments ago. It's now 13-9.
As you mentioned earlier, it's been a slow start offensively for the Dukes. Their three-point shooting has been abysmal, and otherwise their offense has not done much. Compared to GBN, they've been shooting horrendously from behind the arc. GBN, few missed there.
Gabe Piper brings it up following a Hunter Stepanek rebound. Yes, they have struggled, but made just one three-pointer. They haven't had very many looks. DeSanto has it beyond the arc, uses the screen from Stepanek. Driving, DeSanto lays it up and in with his right hand. Really nice move down low from James DeSanto. Some fancy flying, weaving through traffic, and now it's a one-possession game. Shager with it in the corner, kicks it out. Carpenter, Iso has it, spinning. Extra pass down low. Thatch had it, but then he gets it stolen by Sika. And DeSanto gets the play, and now he'll bring it up. Dukes a chance to tie it up. Gabe Piper has it on the left wing, gets it over. Hunter Stepanek to Sika. Using the screen, Sika driving, extra pass down low. Stepanek goes up, and he's going to get fouled. 2 shots are coming up for the Dukes big man.
Hunter Stepanek's been really quiet on the day so far. No points yet. In contrast, many games that the Dukes end up winning, he's already scored about 8 points in those games by the end of the second quarter. Here, scoring his first point of the day.
Subs coming in. Piper and Sika out. Brendan Carroll and Sawyer Osgadome in. Stepanek connecting on his first free throw. That's his first point of the day. The leading scorer for the Dukes is Connor Fitzgerald. He's got 5. Stepanek, the opportunity to tie it with 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half, and he drills the second free throw, and it's 13-13. So the Dukes with a little bit of a run on their own. Following the 8-0 Glenbard North run, the Dukes have gone on a 6-0 run to tie it up. Bledsoe Taylor swings it over. Thatch, now top of the key. Shager has it, goes down low. Mahari Thatch wide open. Easiest layup of the day so far for either side. Mahari Thatch puts Glenbard North back up on top. Good job by the Panthers recognizing the seam. They split open the seam of this Dukes defense, and Stepanek, he just got right behind Hunter Stepanek.
Like you said, they recognize the seam of the defense. Great court awareness there from Statch, getting behind this Dukes 1-2-2 zone and getting open for the layup.
Stepanek over to DeSanto, pump fake, swings it, extra pass, Fitzgerald, catch and shoot 3, and he can't get it to fall. Stepanek, an offensive board. DeSanto, a three-pointer of his own. This time it's short as well. Carroll saves it, over to Stepanek, to Fitzgerald, to Carroll. Another three-pointer, can't get it to fall, and finally Shager comes down with it, and Osgadome's going to get called for a foul. Seems pretty soft to me. Didn't look like he really touched him there. That's his first foul. It's also York's first foul the entire game.
Osgadome smiling as he turned away from that call, disagreeing with the refs, but not saying much about it. Like you said, seemed like a soft call.
Welch from the corner, ooh, rattles out, loose ball, and Carroll tips it over to Stepanek, who now gets it over. Fitzgerald, Osgadome, pump fakes the pass, and now drills a three-pointer. Sawyer Osgadome puts the Dukes back on top, 16-15.
The simple yet effective jab step there from Osgadome, shakes his defender, gets him wide open for the 3, and he drilled it.
Carroll steals it, goes up, gets it to fall, plus the foul. Big-time play from Brendan Carroll. And with 51.9 here to go in the first half, Brendan Carroll with the opportunity to make it a 2-possession lead for the Dukes. Carroll, his first basket of the game. George Shager checking out his older brother, Jack Shager.
Momentum flipping sides here, what feels to be like almost in an instant. Osgoodham hits the three, then Carroll comes right back around for the steal and the and-one layup, which he finishes the extra point, pushing this lead to 2 possessions.
19-15, 48 seconds following the Brendan Carroll three-point play. Bledsoe Taylor, quick pass over to Thatch, who gets it right back. Bledsoe Taylor tries getting it down low. James DeSanto getting called for a foul on Oturo Redento. Again, similar to the Osgoodham foul. Really not sure what I saw there that would warrant just besides basic contact. They get it in. Shager over to Thatch. Thatch pump fakes, drives, stops, hesitation, can't get it to fall. And Welch is right there for the putback, so he makes it a two-point game. 30 seconds.
We saw the Dukes hold for the final shot in the first quarter, maybe looking to do the same here, just trying to keep GBN from closing out this lead.
Carroll has it over to DeSanto. DeSanto unchecked. Over to Osgoodham in the corner. Over to DeSanto. Someone's got to do something. 7 seconds. Extra pass. Fitzgerald getting double teamed. Desperation. Just puts it up. And this one's off. Missed it right. So we'll head to half. It's a 2-point game. 19-17. Dukes climbing back, but Glenbard North is right there. And what do both teams have to do, Griffin, to pull away coming in the second half?
The offensive tacks of both teams have been vastly different. GBN has been focusing on moving the ball around, knowing that the Dukes run a 1-2-2 zone. They're prioritizing keeping the ball in motion because if you get the ball faster than the defender closes out, you have an open shot, and they've capitalized on their threes, allowing them to gain the early lead. The Dukes, however, have came back because of transition layups and transition buckets because GBN can't set up their 3-2 zone in transition. So it really just depends on who can prevent the other team from setting up their zone and get transition buckets.
We'll find out which team makes the adjustments first. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in this halftime period. It's 19-17 your score. You're watching York Dukes varsity basketball here on York Sports Network. Hello, and we welcome you guys back here live in the Campbell Gym here at York High School. It's a 1917 ball game between the York Dukes and the Glenbard North Panthers. Alongside Griffin and Hanna, I'm counter Choi. It was a close first half. A lot of lead changes, a lot of runs for both teams, and now we've got ourselves with a 2-point game. Glenbard North starting with the ball. It's Jack Shager to bring it up. They go down low. Thatch works around Stepanek. Really athletic play from Mahari Thatch. And he ties it up at 19 apiece.
Thatch, great job there evading the much taller defender, and Stepanek getting up and over his long reach for the layup.
Speaking of long reach, Stepanek going up and laying it in. And speaking of long reach again, Coast to Campus cleans it up and lays it in. 21-19 to score.
The Dukes' two-headed monster front court there, working to their best ability. Get it down low to the post, can't capitalize it, and the other opposite down low post is there for the rebound.
Long pass down low. Welch gets it over. DeSanto, Carpenter over to Shager. Goes down low. Thatch has it. Now evades the perimeter. Shager to Carpenter. Pulls into a three. This one's way short, and it falls right into the hands of Hunter Stepanek. And Brendan Carroll will bring it out. 21-19. Still the score. 6:55. Carroll kicks it in the corner for Sika. Sika, just quick bounce pass over to Carroll. Resets things. Sika in the corner, down low. Extra pass. Stepanek goes up and lays it in. The big man down low. You talk about the two-headed monster down low, reminiscent of Michigan's combination of Danny Wolf and Vlad Golden. Hunter Stepanek and Coast to Campus.
The last two offensive plays, the inverse of each other. First one was Stepanek, then to Campus. Then the following play was Campus, then to Stepanek.
Redenzo goes up, can't lay it in, and Stepanek's there. Yet another rebound for him. Carroll slowing things down. 6:05 left to play here in the third quarter. Carroll spinning around Thatch, getting pushed, and it'll stay with the Dukes.
No fouls called yet in the second half. First half, there were some ticky-tack ones that went against both teams. Let's see if they clean it up.
Carroll tries swinging it over, gets knocked up by Thatch. Fitzgerald's there to recover and swings it back over to Carroll. Carroll with it near the volleyball line, now driving, kicks it in the corner. Sika tries going down low, and Redento's there, forcing the turnover. Long pass, Welch works in transition. Carpenter, pump fakes, gets Stepanek to bite. High pass, Sika nearly forces a turnover in the corner. Thatch, catch and shoot three, and he connects. Mahari Thatch makes it a one-point game. 23-22, Duke's still up by one, but GBN right there.
Thatch coming out of the half hot, up to 10 points. First player in double digits, and already has 5 points in the third quarter.
Redento pokes it away and knocks it down, but will stay with the Dukes. Just almost hit it too hard. Couldn't catch up, and Sika to inbound, gets it into Carroll.
Redento almost with his second steal already in the second half. Duke's gonna have to keep tight to the basketball if they want to maintain this narrow lead.
Stepanek hands it off. Fitzgerald driving to his left. Extra pass, Campus in the corner for Carroll. Campus, high pass. Stepanek goes up and lays it in. Hunter Stepanek fights through the contact, weaves through the traffic, and he gives the Dukes a 3-point lead.
Once again, the two-headed monster starts in the high post, then passes it right down to low post for the easy layup.
Shager from downtown ties it up at 25 apiece. Jack Shager with a deep three-pointer. He's up to 6 points, and it's 25-25. Stepanek has it over to Fitzgerald. Thought about pulling it. Carpenter was right there. Good defense by him. Now it's over to Carroll on the right wing. Carroll working to his left, over to Campus. Floats it down low. Stepanek in the post, sizing up his man. Can't get it to fall. Welch on the rebound. Shager over to Thatch. Thatch has it, left wing, in some trouble. Kicks it out. Shager with Sika right on his tail. Redento over to Shager, long pass. Welch on the perimeter, puts up a three. This one's off the mark. He can't get it to fall. Fitzgerald on the rebound, brings it up. 3:43 left to go. Carroll in the corner, tries getting it down low. Knocked away by DeSanto, but Carroll saving it. And he'll just float it up and over to Connor Fitzgerald. James DeSanto getting ready to check in for the Dukes. 3.5 minutes. Carroll goes up, gets fouled, and 2 shots coming up for the point guard. Sawyer Osgood joining James DeSanto.
His first, team's first. At line to shoot 2 for the Dukes, number 10, Brendan Carroll.
The Dukes, the first team to have subs in this second half so far. Very different from the first half. Subs coming in with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. First half subs came in almost after only 3 minutes to play in the first half. Both teams keeping their starting lineups out there for as long as possible in the second half.
Campus and Sika checking out, so that's who Osgood and DeSanto replace. Carroll connecting on the first free throw, and he goes 2 for 2 as he knocks down the second one. So it's 27-25 with about 3.5 left to go in the third.
Dukes
Thatch
now,
over to Shager.
Now coming out in the 1-2-2 press, looking to force turnovers and expand this lead.
Welch has it. Over to Shager, long pass. Carpenter sidesteps, his three-pointer won't go. Stepnick's there on the rebound. Carroll has it, gets it over. Osgood works to his left. Stepnick to Carroll. Uses the screen, gets it. DeSanto, a three-pointer. This one's short. Good job boxing out the big man, and now DeSanto picks it up. Now in transition, Shager, his three is just off. DeSanto, offensive board, kicks it. Thatch, another three try, and that one's good. 1 point lead for GBN.
Thatch, just another three-pointer. Duke's gonna have to shut him down from deep. He's heating up from behind the arc.
Panthers leading scorer tonight, 13 points. He's having himself a great game so far. 28-27, the Dukes need to respond. DeSanto tries kicking it over to Carroll in the corner, and it'll be last touch. Good defense by Mahari Thatch and Jack Shager, nearly forcing a turnover. Ryan Bledsoe-Taylor checks in for Lamari Carpenter. Panthers lineup getting a little bit smaller, but you're adding that perimeter shooting, as that's been your bread and butter so far here in the second half. Fitzgerald calls for it from Carroll. He'll get it. Shager closing out nicely. Gets it over. DeSanto, I should say, has it left wing. Over to Stepnick. He's trying to get it to Fitzgerald. Shager giving him no opening, so instead Osgood has it. In some trouble. Kicks it. DeSanto, an open three, and he just misses it. It's rebounded by DeSanto. Welch in transition, kicks it. Shager, another three, and another make. Jack Shager knocks it down. 4-point lead for Glenbard North.
Coach Dunn livid after that play. Thought DeSanto's three was gonna go, didn't go, but then his players didn't get back on D fast enough. Didn't close out Schrader's three.
They've got to talk some things over. It's 31-27 following the Jack Shager three-pointer. Minute 35 left to go here in the third quarter. You're watching York High Varsity Boys basketball here on York Sports Network. Still dating Kate? Bro, but Mead crushes a 30 whack every week. God, that's horrible. Back from the timeout, 1 minute 35 seconds left to go here. 31-27 your score. Brendan Carroll to bring it up. The Dukes looking to respond. Jack Shager hit a deep three, pushing it to a two-possession game. Carroll has it over to Fitzgerald. Catch and shoot three. This one's long off the back iron. And Stepanek getting boxed up, but there's a floor foul called, so it'll stay with the Dukes.
Glenbard North foul number 32, Matt Welsh. His second
Stepanek
team
hasn't touched the bench all game. He's played every single minute so far. Has been kind of quiet in the scoring column, but he's racking up the rebounds. Definitely a force on the glass for the Dukes.
Welch gets charged with a foul. He's been doing a good job boxing out Stepanek, eliminating his offensive rebounds so far in this second half, but that time he gets a little bit too handsy, so the Dukes will retain possession. Osgadome has it on the left wing. Uses this screen from Stepanek, steps into a three. Osgadome can't connect. Carroll, an offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Fitzgerald. We've got less than a minute here in the third quarter. DeSanto has it, left side. Now top of the key, Stepanek. Short pass, Carroll driving, down low, Stepanek has it in the post, sizing up Welch. Kicks it back out to the perimeter. DeSanto has it, steps back, Osgadome, top of the key. Extra pass, DeSanto.
Dukes may hold for the final shot here. They did in the two previous quarters.
Carroll slowing things down. Now with about 15 seconds here in the third quarter. That's looking pretty likely. 10 seconds. They've got to go. Stepanek hands it off. Carroll to Fitzgerald. Down low, puts up the floater. This one off and short. So the score will hold at 31-27 with the Dukes chasing 4. Griffin heading into the fourth quarter. I mean, what are the Dukes going to have to change? They had the lead going in the half. They were up by 2. Now they're chasing 4. What's got to change for them?
The Dukes got to focus on keeping the ball moving on the offensive side. GBN is running a 3-2 zone. The way to combat a zone is through ball movement, swinging it around the top of the key, force their defenders to close out. Right now they're running high screen and rolls at the top of the key. That congests the lane. Their zone is able to collapse, and that's causing a lot of turnovers. Rendento had 3 steals only in the first 5 minutes of that third quarter before heading to the bench. If the Dukes want to come back in this game, they're going to have to clean up the turnovers and start moving the ball around the top of the key, getting open looks to combat this 3-2 zone.
Adjustments needed in the final 8 minutes. Coming up here on York Sports Network, 31-27. Don't go anywhere. One more quarter to go. Welcome you back. Final 8 minutes coming up here. 31-27 your score. The Dukes have possession. Seeing something down low. Sika kicks it down low. Campus extra pass. He goes up, and this one spits out. Sika, offensive board, kicks it out. Stepanek pump faking, spinning around, fading back, and a foul called. So 2 shots are coming up for Hunter Stepanek.
Block called there, going for the charge. Rendento called for the foul. Second foul there, no player in any foul trouble yet for either team.
First free throw is up and good from Stepanek. So now back to a 1-possession game, 31-28. Fitzgerald and Campus hanging back. Second free throw won't go. Rendento is there on the rebound. Now he's bringing it up, pushing the pace. Trapped by Sika and Fitzgerald. Swings it out. George Shager over to Bledsoe Taylor. Welch over to Thatch. Thatch driving. Rendento. Shager was cutting to the basket, and Redento's pass just a little bit off. Looking for a tip. Not going to get the call, so it'll go back to the Dukes. So a big turnover forced by York.
1 possession lead for Glenbrook North here. Wouldn't be surprised to see if the Dukes try to get that 3 ball to go to tie this game up.
Jack Shager's in for Mahari Thatch, so the leading scorer for the Panthers exits. after a long stand on the floor, and Hunter Stepanek goes up and lays it in. So they go for the easy two. Stepanek down low, had the mismatch, and now it's 31-30.
Dukes remaining in their 1-2-2 full court press. Had to retreat there as GBN got it across half court, but it's been effective so far.
Still chasing to retain the lead, or at least tie it. So look for them to keep the press on until that happens. Shager for Bledsoe Taylor in the corner, who drives out, now kicks it back out. Bledsoe Taylor for three, and he connects. Ryan Bledsoe Taylor from downtown makes it 34-30, back up to a two-possession lead for the Panthers.
Those are the first points of the night for Bledsoe Taylor. He's been quiet all game, but coming alive when the team needs him most.
Fitzgerald using the screen from Campus, who rolls to the basket, and will get it from Fitzgerald. Campus down low, going up, and can't get it to fall, and the ball pops out, but it'll be a foul called on Eddie Sika. Picks up his second personal. Bledsoe Taylor with it, Fitzgerald. Good defense, and he forces Bledsoe Taylor to kick it over to Shager. Now Welch in the corner, 6 minutes. Long pass, Redento to George Shager. His three-point attempt is not gonna go, but going up and slamming it home is Arturo Redento on the putback. 6-point lead for the Glenbard North Panthers. Down low, Campus going up, and he gets it stripped away. Now the ball's loose. Who's got it? And it squirts out over to Fitzgerald. Sika in the corner, pump fakes, drives, extra pass to the perimeter. Carroll has it. Over to Sika. Sika driving down low, almost loses it, saves it. Just throws it up and draws the foul. So 2 shots coming up for Eddie Sika.
Glenbrook North bench coming alive there, arguing that that wasn't even a shot attempt. He had no chance at making it, but good awareness there by Sika to feel the contact and go up to the shot to draw the foul.
Sika can't connect on the first one, so Glenbard North retains their 6-point lead. George Shager checks out, Lamari Carpenter back in. Second attempt on the way, and it's up and good. Sika connecting, and 36-31 the score.
Only a 2-point lead for Glenbrook North, but it feels like a lot. Both these offenses have been stagnant as of late. 5 points is feeling like a lot between these two teams.
Redento over to Welch, long pass. Bledsoe Taylor, catch and shoot three-pointer. This one's short, loose ball. Carroll picks it up, working in transition, doesn't have numbers, goes up, and he lays it in. Coast to coast is Brendan Carroll, and he makes it a 36-33 ball game. Glenbard North still with the lead. 4:35 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Carpenter over to Redento. Now over to Bledsoe Taylor. Carpenter, long pass to Welch, who called for it, but Stepanek closing out nicely. Bledsoe Taylor has it, now gets it over. Shager to Welch. A lot of perimeter passing for Glenbard North. Carpenter, Redento, and Sika will get called for a foul there as he reached over, tried slapping the ball out. Instead, got nothing but Redento's arm.
Both teams only with 2 fouls. There is just under 4 minutes to play, but neither team near the bonus.
Mahari Thatch back in, checks out Ryan Bledsoe Taylor, and they'll immediately get it in. Thatch, top of the key, tries spinning around Sika, in some trouble. Kicks it over to Shager on the left side. Carpenter wide open, doesn't take the three. Thatch shakes off Carroll, steps into a triple, can't get it to fall. Stepanek's there on the rebound, and Fitzgerald to bring it up. 1 possession game now. All the Dukes need is a 3 to tie it up. They've got 3.5 minutes left in this game. So time still on their side for now. Down low, Campus wide open, goes up and lays it in. Costa Campus makes it a 1-point game.
Great court awareness there from Campus, getting behind the GBN D, backdoor cut, down low, easy layup in the paint.
Kevin Ton calling a timeout, 36-35. The Dukes right on Glenbard North's back. They're not letting up. They won't go away. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left here in this one. Back from the timeout here. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in this one. Glenbard North has it. We'll see what Kevin Ton drew up after calling the timeout. Mahari Thatch gets it in. Otua Redento in some trouble. Ball comes loose, and he gets it out. Mahari Thatch touches it last, and the Dukes get the ball back, chasing one.
Great trap there from Sika and Campus, encapsulating Redento, forcing him to lose possession of the ball, and then it goes out, Duke's ball.
Campus over to Stepanek. Now Carroll gets it over. Fitzgerald swings it over. Sika. Campus has it near the charity stripe. Kicks it back out to the perimeter. Sika turns to his left and fires it over to Carroll, who has it now top of the key. Now Stepanek with it on the perimeter. Carroll to Fitzgerald, and a foul's called. It's to be on, let's see who it's on, and it'll be on Costa Campus or a push. So right after getting it back, the Dukes give it right back to Glenbard North.
Remains a 1-point lead, just barely above 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Dukes trying to come back.
Thatch has it. He's getting trapped. Sika's right there. Jump ball's the call, so it'll stay with GBN. But the Dukes will get the possession arrow right back in their favor.
Like you said, possession arrow goes right back to the Dukes. Even though the Dukes don't come up with the ball there, that's a crucial point in this game as it points the possession arrow back to them, which could come in handy near the closing stretch.
Carpenter gets it over. Now it's Shager. Long pass. Carpenter on the perimeter. Tries hitting Welch. Can't get him open. Redento. Thatch. Pump faking. Shager swings it over. Welch. Step back three. And this one's way short. Redento's right there. Can't lay it in. Ball comes loose again. And Eddie Sika looked like he was trying to go for the ball. Looked like he kneed Lamari Carpenter in the chest. That's his fourth foul, so he's got to be really careful with the final 2 minutes and change left in this one.
Only player in foul trouble for either team, looking like he was taking some Mai Tai lessons.
He forces the steal. Fitzgerald goes up, gets blocked by Carpenter. It'll stay with the Dukes, but great job by Lamari Carpenter stopping the easy transition layup.
Carpenter not giving up on the play, closing down, chasing down Fitzgerald and getting the chase down block.
Carroll under the basket. Gets it over. Fitzgerald over to Sika now. Sika has it. Carroll to Campus. Fitzgerald works to his right. Now gets it over to Stepanek. Stepanek on the perimeter. Sika, dribble drive, spinning around. Hesitates. Now quick pass down low. Stepnick in some trouble. And timeout's going to be called by Mike Dunn. He wants to talk things over with 90 seconds left to go here. They're still chasing 1 point, Griffin. What's the play you're drawing up here if you want to take the lead?
So ball will be down at the baseline. We just saw a line play there. GBN guarded it greatly. No player got open. They just had to hit the flare out at the top of the key. Here, I think you switch up the look. I think you go to a box in-down play, maybe a down screen, maybe an up screen. Just try to get it down low. You're only down 1 point, so a 2-point basket will give you the lead. No need to chase the 3 ball when the paint is open.
Would not be surprised to see Coach Dunn draw a play up for Connor Fitzgerald in the corner. I mean, we've seen it multiple times. Well, I do agree. I think the first look is down low, but I think they're going to just shade him back, just in case.
First look's got to be Campus or Stepanek. Really depends on who's closer to the inbounder. And Fitzgerald, the only player outside of the arc, like you said, he does have that it factor in the clutch moments, so definitely he might be an option.
It'll be Sika in to inbound, and that's exactly where Fitzgerald goes. He goes to the left corner. He's in the top right of your screen. They do get it in quickly. Carroll, down low, Campus, and it can't get it to fall. Sika kicks it. Fitzgerald in the corner for 3. Can't get it to fall. Loose ball again. Campus is there. No, it's Carroll. They'll pick it up. Dukes retain possession. 1:18 left to go in this one.
Dukes filling up the hustle stats there, getting offensive boards and loose ball pickups there in that final possession.
Carroll gets around his defender, goes down low. Stepanek in some trouble, swings it back out. Carroll on the perimeter. Less than a minute here in this one. Duke's still down by 1. Sika has it. Stepanek on the perimeter. Fitzgerald with it. Spinning around, driving, goes up, can't lay it in. Loose ball, Sika nearly saves it. Redento there. And this is going to be a bad turnover. Oh my. Shager slipped, and it looked like Carpenter ready to hit him in transition. And it'll be turned over by the Panthers, who still have a lead. And I'm going to go right back to what I just asked you, Griffin. Now, ball's going to be in a different position. Who are you drawing the play up for here?
So we saw back-to-back inbound plays in that line formation, and both times they've just hit the flare up to Brendan Carroll. This time, again, I'm saying we switch up the look. We go to the box inbound play, down screen, look for Stepanek. If not, you have the screeners going on the flare. You can get many shooters on the court right now. Looks like they're going to keep their starting lineup in the game. So I'd definitely look for Fitzgerald and Carroll to screen it if Sika inbounds the ball for a shot, or down low to Campus or Stepanek. Once again, I think that box formation inbound play is the way to go.
We'll see what they draw up here. We'll be back in less than 30 seconds. 41.8 left to go on the clock. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network. Back from the timeout, 41.8 seconds left to go. The York Dukes have possession of the basketball. They chase 1 point, following a costly late turnover from Glenbard North. It's Eddie Sika to inbound. He'll get it in. Carroll to bring it up. Shager's on him. Carroll spinning around. Gets it down low. Stepanek on the back cut. Fitzgerald goes up, getting fouled. 2 shots are coming up for Connor Fitzgerald. The chance to tie and give the lead.
All they need is 1, but 2 would be great. Glenbard North is in the bonus, so they got to make sure not to foul on the defensive side of the ball, because that could give GBN another opportunity to take the lead from them.
First one is no good, so the best he can do is tie it up at 36. 32.5 seconds left to go on the game. Fitzgerald, his second free throw is good, and we're tied, 36-36.
Dukes remaining in their 1-2-2 full court press here. Pulling it back now, letting them get it cross half.
Shager with it. Carpenter to Thatch. To Shager. Now in the corner, Welch. 10 seconds. Redento driving to Welch. Shager with 5. Thatch spinning around, firing. Can't get it to fall. Welch touching it last. There's 1 second on the clock exactly.
Looks to be called as a foul on the floor. If it's not,
shouldn't matter. He should be shooting free throws right now.
Depends on what the call is. If it's on the floor as a foul, he would be shooting free throws, no foul out of bounds. It's still their ball, but no free throws. Looks to be miscommunication on the call there. Full timeout from GBN. Still no word on the call.
Yeah, we're awaiting confirmation from the officials, but it looks like what you were saying, Griffin. It looks like they'll get it under the basket.
Don't know if the ref is aware of the bonus. It seemed as though he signaled for a foul, but must be calling it out of bounds as they seems to have inbound at the baseline.
It's a pretty big misstep if it is. In fact, a foul inbounds. Waiting official confirmation still. Yeah, it looks like it'll be on the floor. Sorry, not on the floor, an out of bounds foul. So it looks like they'll get it under the basket. Team's breaking from their huddle.
Glenbard North using every last second of their timeout here, trying to draw the perfect play to come away with a win in this game.
One second on the clock exactly. Mahari Thatch to inbound, and right after, Mike Dunn's going to call a timeout. Talk things over again with his squad. So we'll step aside, 36-36. 1 second on the clock. Glenbard North with the ball under the basket. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network. Back from the timeout, 1 second for Glenbard North. They look to inbound, get it in. Shager, his last second shot. Oh, just misses, and we've got overtime coming up. A lot of overtime recently for the York Dukes, and they're doing it again with a 36-36 score. They got it in. Shager had the look. Just he was rushed, only had 1 second, so he pushed it a little bit too far. Missed it a bit long, and we'll step aside once again. 4 minutes added to the clock. You are watching York Sports Network. Back from the break in action, we've got overtime. 4 minutes added to the clock. 36-36 ball game here into the Campbell Gym, and the tip is up and won by Glenbard North. Redento with it down low, gets called for a travel. Good defense by Stepanek and Campus forcing the turnover.
Early turnover there. Bad way to start this overtime period for Glenbard North. Definitely going to try to look to turn it around in these closing 4 minutes.
Fitzgerald sends it down low. Stepanek spinning and firing and connecting. 38-36 off the Hunter Stepanek mid-ranger.
Stepanek with a little dream shake there, looking like Hakeem Olajuwon in the post. Gets the baby hook to go.
Oh, Shager. Oh, I thought he traveled. Instead, he gets it to Thatch, who fires a three. Can't get it to fall. Carpenter, offensive board, goes up. This one won't go as well. Carroll there, and I'm going to say out of bounds off Glenbard North. So Ryan Bledsoe-Taylor coming in for Carpenter.
I guess ball don't lie there. Crowd erupting with screams saying Thatcher traveled. Sure did look like it from up here. Refs saw otherwise.
Going to be a grab on the floor, so back-to-back fouls quickly called.
GBN's got to be careful. Already up to 4 fouls. Nearing the bonus in this overtime period. Sorry, now both teams are in the bonus for overtime. Last thing GBN wanted.
The one advantage they had heading into overtime. Now they're just chased by 2. Campus down low, kicks it out. Carroll on the perimeter, has it on the right wing. No, bring it back up over near the volleyball line. Gets it over. Sika gets this one tipped out. Out driving. Has to stop. Kicks it over. Campus now back over to Carroll. Dukes can take their time. They've got the lead. Fitzgerald down low. Campus. Spinning, going up, and the foul, plus the basket. Big time play from Costa Campus, and he makes it a 4-point lead for the Dukes. A chance to make it a 5-point lead as he steps up to the line.
Once again, it's the two-headed monster that's driving this offense for York. Stepanek with the first bucket. Now Campus saying, whatever you can do, I can do better, trying to close out the and one opportunity.
And this one rattles around about 5 times and finally falls. Most unconventional free throw make you're going to see. A 5-point lead for the Dukes, and this gym's getting loud, and there's going to be a foul called on the floor. So this one's going to be on Fitzgerald, so Oturo Redento gets 2 free shots.
Once again,
Once
again, this gym calling for a travel.
Can't connect on the first one, so second one coming up.
Another showcase of ball don't lie. The gym might have been right with that call, calling him out for his fancy footwork.
And he connects on the second one, so 1 for 2 trip at the line for Arturo Rendento. 41-37 ball game, so still a 2-possession lead for the Dukes as they're up by 4.
Dukes haven't made any substitutions since the 5th minute of the 4th quarter.
Carroll driving, nice reverse layup from Brendan Carroll. Big time play, and it's 43-37.
No player showing that they're tiled even without any rest. Just trying to close out this game, win it for their Dukes.
Long pass, Welch in the corner. Kicks it over, Redento driving. Welch, a 3-pointer, gets blocked by Stepanek, who saves it, and a foul's going to be called on Welch. So Stepanek heads to the line for 2 shots, and another opportunity for the Dukes to expand this lead.
Welch visually frustrated with that call. Dukes might want to keep attacking him, either try to get a technical foul out of him or just try to get him fouled out, as he looks like he's playing with a lot of passion right now.
First one is up and good from Stepanek, so a 7-point lead now for the Dukes. And they're in line to run away with this one here in overtime.
Just under 2 minutes. Pushing this to a 3-possession lead is crucial.
Second one up and in, so 2 for 2 trip. And they're outscoring Glenbard North 9-1 in overtime, and there's under 2 minutes left to go here. Bledsoe-Taylor gets it over. A 3-pointer from Redento. This one's a bad miss, and it's going to be last touch by Welch out of bounds. Couldn't save it, and a timeout is going to be called by Kevin Ton. He's got to talk some things over. His team is falling behind fast here in overtime.
DeSanto looking to be checked into the game after this timeout. First player to be subbed in for the Dukes since that 5th minute of the 4th quarter, as we mentioned earlier. GBN much more fluid with their rotation. Dukes maybe trying to just match their energy in this final minute 45. Maybe looking to push the pace.
We'll step aside here, a minute 43 left to go in overtime. 45-37 lead for the Dukes here on York Sports Network. Back from the timeout, 1 minute 43 seconds left to go. It's a 45-37 ball game here. Dukes with the big time lead here in overtime, and a foul is going to be called on Mahari Thatch, and it'll send Connor Fitzgerald to the line. Probably the last person you want at the line when you're chasing 8 points.
Campus looking to sub right back in here. GBN now breaking out a press defense of their own. Coach Dunn trying to probably go for a bigger front court just so the screens they set are extra heavy.
First free throw is up and long, so he can't connect there. DeSanto checking out after immediately checking in, gets 1 series offensively.
Starting lineup is back out there.
Stepanicating all the way in the paint, and over to trip. Redento loses it. Sika picks it back up. Loose ball. Jump ball's the call, and the Dukes will get it back. Possession arrow in their favor.
Possession back in comes DeSanto. Looks like DeSanto and Campus are just going to trade off. DeSanto gets to play offense, while Campus is going to be used defensively.
I don't even think DeSanto got to sit down before Coach Dunn tells him, you're back in. Carroll swings it over. Fitzgerald. Carroll trying to blow by Shager. DeSanto swings it in the perimeter. Sika in the corner, and they go down low. Whistle blown. Foul called here on the floor.
Sika goes to the line, just trying to push this lead to even more, and here comes Campus taking out DeSanto, as who knows, maybe they'll end up back on offense and DeSanto won't have to come out.
Sika can't connect on the first free throw. And he goes right back to the bench, so these two trading spots.
A lot of guys to high five on that bench. DeSanto does sit down before getting subbed back in.
0 for 2 trip at the line. Redento grabbing the rebound, and now Thatch. Over to Shager. Mahari Thatch with it, left wing. Time is not on their side. Glenbard North has to go. Shager fires a 3, and he buries it. Timeout immediately called by Kevin Ton, and James DeSanto getting ready to check back in for the Dukes. A big-time 3, now a 5-point game, and Glenbard North isn't going away that easily. They've got a little bit over a minute to work with.
That 3 ball immediately changing the feel of this gym. It felt like GBN was out of this game and just felt like the clock should be wound down. That 3 immediately turning it around and sparking the idea of a comeback in the GBN fans and maybe even the York fans.
We'll step aside here. Back in 30 seconds. 5-point lead for the York Dukes. Looking to close this one out in overtime. A minute 7 left here in this one. Back from the timeout, 45-40 ball game. James DeSanto, who just checked back in for the York Dukes, ready to inbound it here. Gets it in. Fitzgerald has it. DeSanto calling for it. He's pushing the floor, bringing it up. Now slows things down. Now speeds things back up. Loose ball. Carroll picks it up. In some trouble, he'll get fouled. And Brendan Carroll's headed to the line for 2 shots.
Carroll almost to 10 points. He's up with 9. If he makes 1 free throw, he's in the double digits for the scoring tonight.
Jack Shager picks up his 3rd foul. Goes to campus, ready to check back in. Carroll connects on the first free throw. Back up to a 6-point ball game. DeSanto back out, Campus back in.
With that free throw, Carroll's up to 10 points on the night. He's been filling up the scoring column and the hustle stats, grabbing almost every loose ball. If you hear loose ball, you'll expect to hear Carroll's name shortly after.
And a 2-for-2 trip at the line for Brendan Carroll. 7-point lead. Less than a minute here. It's desperation now for Glenbard North. They really got to hurry things up. Bledsoe Taylor has it. Over to Shager, and another timeout called by Kevin Ton. So we'll step aside as wants to talk things over. The final 47.3 in this game. 47-40 ball game still. You are watching York Sports Network. Back from the timeout, 47 seconds left to go in this game here in overtime in the Dick Campbell Gym at York High School. It's 47-40. The York Dukes with a 7-point lead. Glenbard North in desperation.
Coach Kevin Ton livid in that last timeout there. A lot of passion in his timeout speech.
Gets it over, Shager, extra pass, Thatch, catch and shoot, 3. This one won't go. Ball tipped around, and Fitzgerald gets it, and he'll break through, and he'll get fouled by Thatch. Thatch picking up his 3rd, and Connor Fitzgerald heading to the line with 32 seconds left.
Fitzgerald splitting that double team might seem like the minor incident in this game, but it's huge. Any time burned off the clock here for the Dukes is that much less time for a comeback for GBN.
First free throw up and good. 8-point lead now for the Dukes, and if Glenbard North is unable to score, it'll probably be time where you can call it almost like 0 point in fouling unless they can bang a quick 3 here. Thatch pushing the pace, brings it up. Bledsoe Taylor in the corner. Welch goes right back. Bledsoe Taylor driving. Thatch to Shager. Shager just desperation heave, and it won't go. And timeout will be called by Coach Dunn with 17.3, 49-40 your score. Dukes with a 9-point lead. The closing seconds of this one, Dukes in line to pick up another overtime win here. Don't go anywhere. Game's almost over here on York Sports Network. Back from the timeout here, 17 seconds left in this game, 49-40. The Dukes with the ball. James DeSanto back in for Costa Campus. Looks to get it in, and Coach Don has to use a timeout because there was nothing there for DeSanto, so back to the drawing board. As the Dukes look to close this one out, 17.3 left to go. We'll step aside once more, 49-40 here on York Sports Network. Doesn't even. Back from the timeout. 16 seconds left to go. James DeSanto bringing it up and hesitates and gets it over. Brendan Carroll now with it. And Swan. No one's fouling, and they'll just dribble this one out. The York Dukes picking up yet another overtime win. Connor Fitzgerald dribbles out the clock, and this will do it. It's 49-40, your final score here at York High School.
It seems like the Dukes can't get a win unless it's an overtime win, and it is an overtime without a Connor Fitzgerald bucket to send them to overtime, or the icing on the cake in overtime, which he came in through there.
That'll do it for us here from our entire crew. We thank you for tuning in alongside Griffin, Hanna. I've been Connor Choi. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and go Dukes.